we can see from here, thanks to the vision and dedication of many people, is a day in the not too distant future with a modernized South Housing residential village. This village, a mix of new construction and renovations, will embrace our first-year students with new amenities. These amenities are designed not just for our students' comfort, but to support their success and increase their sense of belonging. The new South Housing will strengthen the connection to the heart of campus, much like the Trone Student Center renovation and Boardwalk did when they were completed not too long ago. And it will serve as a centerpiece of student activity, providing a more enriching experience for students. The new residence hall that we're breaking ground on today will be a beautiful, sweeping building that takes advantage of this view of the lake. When it comes to its students, when it welcomes its first students in the fall of 2023, it will be among the most modern, forward-thinking residence halls anywhere. It will be the new home of the Center for Inclusive Communities, and it will feature personal and social spaces designed to set our students on trajectories for success beyond Furman. Over the next couple of years, we will also renovate Poteet and McLaughlin Halls, then Manley and Gear. The renovation will modernize the buildings, add new amenities, enhance security and privacy, and advance the university's sustainability goals. Near the end of the project, we will say goodbye to dear old Blackwell Hall. Every university residence hall has its memories drawn from its particular character. I'm sure Blackwell's character has spawned its share of memorable moments and maybe some forgettable moments over the last 55 years. We'll think carefully how we honor former President Gordon Williams Blackwell going forward. There are many people I'd like to thank for creating and contributing to this vision. Thank you to Connie Carson, Vice President for Student Life, and your team, especially Ron Thompson, Director of Housing and Residence Life. Thanks to Susan Maddox, Vice President for Finance and Administration, and to your team, especially Jeff Rederson, Associate Vice President of Facilities and Campus Services, and Terry Hormansky, Director of Capital Construction. And thank you, trustees, for your support, your guidance, and your help shepherding this project as you have done with so many others. One trustee in particular, David Hooser, has taken a lead role in this project as the Financial Health and Resources Committee Chair. He was front and center during a live market session with students and faculty who participated side by side with trustees, administrators, and financial advisors as they secured financing for this project. David, thank you for your leadership. David will speak later in our program, but first I'd like to ask Connie Carson to come to the stage and say a few words.
Following Elizabeth, I always have to change the mic. Y'all may have noticed a little height difference there. So what an exciting day, and I know we have our trustees here, but it's also great because we have our alumni councils and boards here. And so it's just so interesting and cool to have you here at this time. I know you all can think back to time at South Housing. So, you know, one of the things that's so fascinating about doing this, it's really a historic marker if you think about it in time. And as we think about what we're getting ready to do here with this groundbreaking for a new residence hall, we're also thinking about the renovations that we're doing to the other residence halls in this area to turn it into really a residential village for our first-year students so that all of our first-year students can live together. You know, the four-year residential experience is a distinctive pillar of the Furman Advantage. Coupled with those excellent academics, the lived experience gives that out-of-classroom connection and real-world connection. Do you know that less than 3% of colleges and universities in the country can guarantee their students 4 years of an on-campus experience? That is a distinction in and of itself. And we know that the lived experience coupled with those academics It's what will give Furman advantages for years and years and generations of students to come. Research has shown over the years that the first-year transition to college is understandably filled with ups and downs, with social changes, with interpersonal swings, learning how to socialize and be in a different place. And a foundational component of a student's success is their belongingness, their welcoming here. This becomes home away from home, but it doesn't come easy without us having that residential experience. Making Furman that home in this South Housing Village will be a critical building block for the collegiate experience. The entire first-year class, like I said, will live together, strengthening their connections to one another. And they come to us from all over the country and all over the world. And not only will the South Housing Complex be modernized, but it will be better landscaped. I know some students were worried what's going to happen to the sand volleyball courts and the basketball. Well, that's going to be incorporated, and it's going to better connect the new hall, the lake, and the halls that we're renovating. And so with that, we're excited about that today and changing really how this whole place flows. And so with that, I want to say one of the pieces of all of this is that President Davis mentioned the Center for Inclusive Communities. It's going to be in a more expanded complex right here in the heart of the lived experience. And it's going to give both indoor and outdoor space for meetings and experiences and engaged learning and mentoring and advising and involving the whole student in that welcoming that we want to have in the first year. And so this groundbreaking conveys the importance of all of that. And the professional staff that will be in the Center for Inclusive Communities, it will give them modernized facilities to do the great work for generations of students to come. So when you look at these buildings, you know that generations lived there. And so we don't forget the past. We build on the past, but we build for a new future. And this groundbreaking is a symbol of that. And so it is now my honor to introduce Trustee and Financial Health and Resources Chair, David Hooser.
Well, thank you, Connie, and good morning, everyone. This is definitely a momentous occasion in Furman's history. It's an honor to be here this morning to help break ground on this great project. So when I arrived at Furman in 1969, I lived in that dorm. It was called E-Dorm back then, and it was later named Blackwell Dorm. We were some of the first students to live in the building. So at the time, Blackwell was state-of-the-art when I was a student here, but buildings suffer a lot of wear and tear. You know, to be honest, my buddies and I might have been significant contributors to that wear and tear. Of course, things change, from the materials used in construction to energy conservation to the demands and expectations of students. As we looked at the challenges of upgrading Blackwell, it became clear the best decision would be to start fresh. I would like to thank the folks who helped us do that. Our lead design firm on the project is Mackey Mitchell Architects. Thank you for working with the Furman team on a vision that we're very excited about. John Burse of Mackey Mitchell is the primary design architect. The construction management company is Rogers Builders, a woman-owned firm headquartered in Charlotte. The firm also managed the addition and renovation of the town Center for Science. As part of this project, Rogers Building will be contacting minority-owned businesses to perform some of the subcontractor work. We are very much looking forward to working with people from Rogers. I would also like to add to Elizabeth's thanks to Connie Carson and her team in Student Life, and Susan Maddox and her team in Finance and Administration for their continuing contributions to this project. The planning process has been a really great partnership. It doesn't always work that way, and it's been terrific. We've had vital impact from a huge constituency, certainly including students. As a former CFO, I rest easy knowing that this massive construction project and remodeling project is being handled in a fiscally responsible way. And I know that our students' best interests are in mind. Furman students will be excited about this residence hall, and the Furman community will be proud of it for many years. Thank you also to the team from Raymond James and PFM that sold the bonds to the public market. It was impressive to see our students engaged that day, to learn something that most people never get to see. It was just another example of how the Furman Advantage is preparing students for the real world. Thank you to my fellow trustees for your stewardship and support in projects like this. And finally, thank you, President Davis. It is your vision for this university that inspires us all. And now I'd like to ask Eric Riker with Rogers Builders to come to the podium and say a few words.
Thank you, David. Good morning. As builders, we're always excited about groundbreakings since they signify the beginning of a new project. However, as we embark on the construction of this new South Housing Residence Hall and the renovation of Poteet, McLaughlin, Manley, and Gear, we see much more than just a building project. Rogers has had the good fortune to be part of the team through the early stages of design and development. We've been able to see the talent of the design team of Mackie Mitchell and McMillan Pasden Smith as they have cast a vision of what the transformation of the South Housing Residential Village will be. In addition to that, we have been able to see the passion from everyone at Furman, including the students, to make this vision the best it can possibly be. We have seen firsthand how every decision revolves around the quality of the experience for each student. Rogers is honored to be part of this team and to be back on campus, and looks forward to bringing that same level of passion and care to making this vision a reality. Thanks to each of you for allowing us to be your partner. Now it's my pleasure to introduce Brianka Beckford, a senior health science major from Elgin, South Carolina, to give you the students' perspective on this new South Housing project.
Thank you. I've experienced move-in day 3 times, as a first year and the latter 2 times on housing staff. I can genuinely say that the best moments of my job in housing staff are move-in day and the days leading up to it. Housing staff arrives to campus weeks in advance for extensive training. Day by day, the quiet, bare halls become filled with themed decorations made by my coworkers and myself. We anticipate the arrival of the new first years, and sometimes we're even more anxious than they are. Then the day comes. Parents and new paladins fill the quads with boxes and bins. The halls roar with laughter and excitement. It's the beginning of a new chapter and the start of a new community. That's the beauty of South Housing, the community. This is what draws first years to South Housing. There's comfort in physically seeing your friends gather, laugh, work, and sometimes even cry, because Furman is not that easy. We continue traditions like the serenade, where the guys sing to the girls who wait for them on the balconies. And for the first time I have lived in South Housing, I have seen first years experience the new life of college together. I'm excited for those who follow that they will have more space to develop and nurture as a growing community in the new South Housing. I'm delighted for the new amenities and modern design and how that will enhance the living experience. And I am thrilled that the new residence hall will be the new home of the Center for Inclusive Communities. This new facility may replace Blackwell Hall, but not the memories. The traditions, laughs, and learning curves are still here. There's character in the old walls and furniture that run farther than some of our entire existences. However, I recognize that this new space will further accommodate the holistic needs of the student, staff, and residents within it, and I look forward to watching the idea of this new building come to life. To the first years of today, make more memories. Continue participating and developing this great community. And if you have questions about college or need advice, talk to your RA, because that's what we're here for. And to the first years of tomorrow, I invite you to make this new facility your home. Utilize its lounges and meeting areas. Go to your hall programs because your RAs work really hard on them. Study or relax. Do whatever you want because this is yours. I proudly look towards the future of our first years within the new building, and I invite you to join me. Thank you. So, it is now time to do what we came for today, break the ground. Will Group 1 step up to the purple shovels?
Ad-lib it, that's right. Well, thank you all very much for being with us here today. This has been a great day. It's a great Paladin day. For Jason Donnelly, I feel a win is coming. I see enough purple. So let's go Gens. You all have a good afternoon.
Yeah, we're good here.
Will it mess you up if I put a lav mic on him?
Yeah, that's fine.
And I will record my own this. They didn't let me use the other one.
I bet, yeah. I didn't think about that until like after I got in my car.
Yeah.
We're probably not allowed to do that.
Yeah, well. All's well that ends well.
Thanks, sir. No, I'm good. Thank you. I know that I took my briefcase.
Do you want to do together?
Yeah, we'll do it together. Using all of my colleagues today.
I'm going to hand you my stuff.
I just have to go back to lunch, and then my wife will come and get me. Thank you. Hello.
All right.
Josh Strickland, WYFF.
Hey, Josh. Nice to meet you. Hello, Danielle.
Nice to meet you.
Dueling news people, so I like it.
Yes, we're friendly though.
Yeah.
Would you mind? Do you have a pocket inside your jacket?
I've got one right here. Would that do it? Or
I don't want to see the wire.
Or do you want to put it under here?
We'll put it under there, and then if you could thread it up through your jacket and
Yep.
clip it to your.
Yeah, we can do all of that.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
Let's see here. I put it in this little pocket. It was made just for you. Yeah. All right, I'm going to get you to hold that up high for me while I rebutton myself.
Yeah.
There we go. And you want to clip it. You care which side it's on?
It does not matter.
Okay. Is that good enough?
It might have your name tag there.
You want to go the other way?
On the other side. Up a little higher there.
Yeah.
Or not.
Yeah, I'll do that afterwards. Yeah. Maybe put it outside.
Yeah, it does twist.
Okay, that's good. Let's do that.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. welcome. All right, let's get rid of all this extra wiring we got going on here. How's that?
That is perfect. Thank you so much.
All right.
We're going to have you look in the middle here.
Okay,
So just look
sounds
at me.
good. Oh, it's Clinton. Clinton, how are you? Thanks, that was fun. Thank you all so much for pulling it all together. Yeah, it's good. Well, we had those alumni boards meetings, so they came over. I was with them, so, and then the trustees, and so it was fun.
All right. Yeah. Are you good? Are we sure? All right. So first things first, let us just get your first and last name. It's the toughest one. I know it's on your name badge,
that's
but we
all
just
right.
need it.
That's good.
And then your